What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's day 2 of practice for the One Bass Arizona Open out here at Lake Havasu, and it's blowing out there right now. The launch ramp's pretty much empty with boats. There's a bunch of boats still at the hotel when I left, but I got to get out there. I got to go do what I can and try to find some fish, because one day of practice going against all these guys is not going to cut it. There's some really good fishermen out here. There's guys that live out here that fish this lake all the time, and I got to get as much time out in the water as possible. So I'm going to do what I can today and try to make it as productive as possible. Not exactly sure how productive it's going to be in this wind, because the temperatures just literally dropped 20 degrees overnight. I was in, just a fishing shirt and some pants and sandals yesterday, and today I got shoes on, bibs with pants, a rain jacket with a sweatshirt underneath, and it dropped like 20 degrees, so it's cold. The fishing probably isn't going to be very fun out there today, but gotta do what I gotta do. So we're going to try to get it done. We're going to try to figure some things out. If anything, find some areas that just have fish, because in the wind they should eat a little bit better, but it's pretty windy out there. So hopefully I can just find some areas where I can get some bites, and then maybe go back in the tournament and catch them a different way. I don't expect to catch the fish the same way as I will today, assuming they're gonna eat. So let's get this boat in the water and let's go get this day started. I'm just trying to do the best I can with the day, considering the conditions. It's super windy out here. I don't even know if you guys can hear me right now, but I just found a little pocket with some grass in it, and as the tournament warms up, that might be an area that I need to check. So even just finding little subtle things like that can really make the day worth it. You just never know what you might need come tournament time. So I'm gonna mark all that kind of stuff and just try to find as much productive stuff out on the lake as I can. Well, you guys didn't see that little ride I just took, but it was brutal. I had water everywhere. There was just, the wind was howling everywhere, and every wind protected area on the lake was had boats in it. So I finally found one. I'm gonna fish around in here and see what happens, but I'm wet, it's cold out here, the wind factor is just insane, but gonna keep fishing, see what happens. Well, just grinding along, slow rolling the spinnerbait, get a nice little smallie like that guy. Unfortunately, the wind is so bad that I can't really get much on camera, because when I drive there's so much wind and water going everywhere that I don't want to ruin all my equipment. So this video is going to be a little bit different than usual, but we're going to make it do. Pretty good smallie right there. It's rough out here today. I've caught one fish, and might have broke a GoPro, not exactly sure. I had one that won't turn back on, so I don't know if it got wet or something. I'm not exactly sure. But it's been tough out here. This wind's brutal. It's freezing cold. I got wet from the boat ride, and it's not even noon. But I'm gonna take a break for a minute and kind of regroup a little bit and eat a sandwich. So if you're still watching this video, just realize that sometimes you just gotta deal with this weather and try to make do. But it's tough to fish some of the stuff that I'd like to fish because there's just too much wind, but it is what it is. We're gonna keep going, keep doing it. smallie, these are fat ones. I think name of the game is just cover water, you'll run into some. So that last fish kind of throws a curveball into everything that I've been doing, because all the other fish that I've caught, except for the other spinnerbait fish today, were on the main lake steep points, and the 2 fish today were kind of back in these cuts a little bit. And that last one was a good fish, but the better quality fish have been on the main lake points, with the steep drops off of those points into the channel. So it kind of throws a little bit of a curveball, but basically what it's making me think is I just got to put the trolling motor down and cover some water and just run into these fish, because if you can run into 5 of them, you're going to have a good bag. Well, day 2 of practice is all done out here on Lake Havasu. It was a really long day out there today. It was really cold, really windy, got pretty wet driving around out there. Anytime you had to cross the lake, you were just getting hammered with spray and water coming over and hit you in the face, and with the wind chill factor, it'd make your face hurt. And it was just a rough day out on the water overall, but I caught a few fish, and it was productive. It wasn't a waste of a day. I'm glad I went out there. I did break a GoPro. I came back to the room, tried to plug it in, and it's not working at all. So thankfully it wasn't my good one. It was my not as good of one, and if one was gonna break, I'd pick the one that broke. So I guess gotta be thankful about that somehow. But I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you like it, comment on it, and please subscribe to the channel and share the video with a friend. That'd be really cool too. So tomorrow's the last day of practice. Only get a half a day. We got to be off the water by noon, and then we got registration and the tournament meeting, and then it's all time for the tournament. So about another half day tomorrow out on the water to see if I can find anything last minute. And I got to take some of this with a grain of salt, because the wind is so strong, and it's going to be not as windy come tournament time. So got to go out there, got to put your time in, but you know, I got to fish the day that I'm given and not all the history from the last few days. So we'll see how tomorrow goes, but stay tuned. See ya.